Now, I'm really looking forward to being part of our mission to save nature in this critical decade. As many of you know, I adore the wildlife in my garden, including our resident hedgehogs, pollinators, and of course the birds. Nature is a constant source of comfort for me.
If you look closely, you'll just find the odd oyster catcher standing in amongst them all, and you know,
just to see what it feels
yeah,
like.
that's right. Yeah, if you just look across closely, there's just the odd one.
Yeah?
There's just the odd one standing.
Who's your mate?
Who the hell are you?
Now is the time to strengthen the legislation that protects nature, not loosen it. So if you agree with me, if you care about all these creatures that we share the earth with, the air, the creatures in our seas, then please write to your MP, email your MP and tell them how much it matters to you. Thank you.
Is to not be so concerned about having to ID everything. A lot of the time when we go out in nature, you think you have to know what everything is. And I think actually, no, you don't. As long as you go out and enjoy it, and you see species and you see how they're moving around and think that's fun and are interested in it, then it doesn't matter whether you can ID it or not.
But for me, Big Garden Birdwatch really makes you slow down and appreciate the everyday birds, and ones I think we perhaps take for granted a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you can find so much joy in the birds we're most familiar with just by taking the time to sit and watch their behaviour.
So I couldn't really help but fall in love with what was around me all the time, really. So that was probably it. And then what really kind of kept me going, because I was about to go into the kind of the old classic which most teenagers who are into nature go through, which is the kind of the dip in schools.
We have our own back gardens, which are our own little nature reserves. And by having plenty of plants in there to provide food, to attract a range of creatures, both insects as well as birds and mammals and amphibians, of course, but also habitat as well.
Growing up, wild spaces, outdoor spaces have always been a big part of my life, and now as an adult I do what I can to protect them for the next generation, and you can do your bit too. Head to saveourwildisles.org.uk to find out how you can get involved and do your bit to make sure our natural world stays for generations to come.
I can do a wood pigeon call.
Man, dog, if you are gonna give that to us, he's putting the Chris down, you know. You see man hooded up in the puffer jacket, you're gonna think certain things, but what we do is smash stereotypes. You are elite.